Does people understand OSS? I haven't seen much people who really understand the spirit behind the free and open source software model. When you take a closer look at it, OSS or open source software movement, spearheaded by OSI, is a software development model, whereas FSF is largely a social movement. Open source software code base is peer reviewed and leads to better software. No one is disputing that. Thanks to free and open source software movement, lot of good software has been produced, and now thousands of licensing schemes to choose from. But if you take a look at it, cost of the lawyers to read the OSS documentation and OSS customization cost sometimes or most often greater than proprietary solution. OSS, where it works. Office productivity suites, horizontal applications like OS, compilers, system utilities, free and open source software model really works. There are a lot of people who customize open source software projects and make a living by providing services, and it has helped to further the art of programming. And this has given many software companies run for their money. The typical examples are Microsoft, IBM, HP. Those people were either forced to abandon their proprietary Unix system in favor of Linux. These opinions are my personal one based on the study which I have done as a practitioner of software development. Let's talk about Barbie doll paradox. A Barbie doll will cost you only $10, whereas apparels which you buy for Barbie doll will cost you $50 each in some case, and ultimately you'll be forced to spend nearly $1,000 for purchasing a Barbie. This analogy seems to be appropriate for free and open source software model if you are trying to use OSS for your software development purpose. Another irony is OSS application development works really well on a proprietary system, that is Microsoft Windows. And in couple of projects which I have spent money on, OSS developers cost more than a person who is developing using a proprietary system like Microsoft Windows or even Java for that matter. And since it is a collaborative effort, development tools are still arcane if you are using OSS toolchain to produce your software. Let's talk about end user perception. Most people do not know the difference between free software and open source software, and the technical barrier for adaptation is really high in the case of free and open source software. If you are held hostage by Microsoft or a proprietary company, if you are going for proprietary solution, in the case of OSS, some rogue developers might be calling the shots at you. In the long run, most often there is not much to choose in the terms of bottom line between proprietary software and FOSS. This is a personal opinion of mine. References: The Art of Unix Programming by Eric S. Raymond. Producing Open Source Software by Carl Fogel. Open Sources to Chris DiBona. And I would like to tell a story which really happened in my personal life. In the year 2001, I was a technical architect for a project where we were porting a Clipper application to Visual Basic. After we finished the port, we asked the company to purchase a 5-user license for Microsoft Access database. The IT person who was licensing with us thought we should retarget the software for MySQL. We tweaked the source code to adapt the source code so that it can actually talk to MySQL database. And we charged the client a sum of $1,250. A Microsoft Access license might have cost him $500, whereas to use open source software, he was forced to pay $1,250 to us. Go and figure out the economics. Thank you.